I would rather have a messy house than a perfect house. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. So one day I went to a friend's house and their house was just immaculate. Now, this is a much older friend. And everything was perfect. It looked like it came out of a showroom floor. Nothing had been moved. Everything was dusted. Just perfect. And I realized it also felt a bit like a lonely house. And years ago, I had a dear, much older lady friend. And I went to her house. I said, oh, I wish my house looked like yours. And she said, oh, I wish my house looked like yours. I said, what do you mean my house is a mess? And she said, I would rather have that mess and all that love and happiness you have going on there than all my loneliness. And so it really got me to thinking about that. It got me to thinking about how blessed we are in our lives. We don't have to have a perfect life to have a wonderful life. There will always be issues. There will always be problems. There will always be bills to be paid. When you get to the point of everything being so perfect, maybe things are too perfect. And although I like to be organized and I like, great things to always occur, and I like things in its place, I would rather have a messy house than a perfect house. If you come into my house is pretty close to perfect. But years ago, when my children were babies and toddlers, my house was just, I called it the train wreck kitchen, because there was always dishes in the sink. We were always cooking together, and we would make homemade Play-Doh, and we would roll it out on the table. And my table, I would homeschool. I had books everywhere. We had toys all over the floor when they were toddlers, and you'd have to step over the toys in our little beach house that we had at the time, living full time. And it was just magical. It was just absolutely wonderful, wonderful. And I wouldn't change anything for the world. And so walking into this friend's house and seeing how perfect it was, and it was beautiful and perfect, it made me really realize that I don't want a perfect life. And I don't want a perfect house. I don't need perfect relationships to have wonderful, happy relationships. I don't need a perfect life to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. Okay? So when you start to get thinking that perfection is the way you want to go, you may want to rethink things. Because often perfection is an illusion, and often perfection can be lonely. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.